And we're back. We're breaking this down. So, Silva versus Dalby. I mean, look, as you can see here, I mean, obviously, look, Dalby's a favorite for a reason. I think a lot of people can be cheering for him, obviously. I mean, I don't have a dog in this one. That's going to be, who knows if I'll be able to watch it. Probably will, but I mean, just in case I might miss it, but yeah, I think Dalby should get done. I don't care. I'm not going to I don't care. It's not part of my parlay. I'm not really too interested in betting it. I think it'll be a fun one. But yeah, and same with this one as well. Leonardo versus Bohm. I mean, I don't know. I see some people trying to bet on this and get Leonardo in there. She's a plus 100 underdog. Maybe better. She's a dog. Why go with that? If I'm not gonna watch this. I'm sorry. Probably not. But Bohm is of course from Germany here. Leonardo, we know how she fights. Comes in there. She's a good dog. She'll fight for money. But this, I mean, look. This, if you're gonna bet this, guys, I mean, over 1.5, something like that, maybe over 2.5, right? The overs. I mean, they're not. Bomb's gonna primarily gonna go out there and try to strike, and then Leonardo's gonna try to go in there, make it a dirty dog fight. Maybe try to push her against the cage, use her physicality. But as we've seen her do before. But I mean, like I said, I'm not really keen on betting it. But if you want to do a little parlay, just a little something in there, I'll say maybe over 1.5. I mean, that should hit. Come on, right? Now the first here we go now. Herbert, Mr. Herbert, this is gonna be a fun one. Man, yeah, this is probably everyone's parlays. I don't blame it. He's minus 280, plus 230 for Nelson here. Now Herbert, we know his story. He's going to have that hometown advantage. I think a lot of people are gonna, if it goes to a decision, I mean, they got to give it to him properly. But just like when Darren Till fought Wonder Boy, right, in his hometown. I mean, look, that was close. I mean, could have easily seen that going for Wonder Boy, but Till got the nod. It is what it is. I think something similar can happen here. Nelson, it's interesting with the shaved head now. It kind of looks like it's kind of like God of War if God, the guy from God of War worked at Staples or something. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I mean, he's a good fighter. I mean, overall, he's kind of like, in my opinion, at least from watching his fights, like Nelson's kind of like the jack of all trades, master of none, which is very common in MMA. He'll just kind of loop a lot of punches. He'll kind of pressure you, kind of loop a lot of punches. Good low kicks though. Try to push against the cage. I just feel like Herbert's going to be, obviously, look at that. The better reach, obviously. I mean, 6 inch of reach. He's going to taller fighter. He's going to be able to use that range. It's good boxing from Herbert, and he's got the nice elbows as well. He's going to knock you out or get knocked out himself. So I don't mind that fight doesn't go the distance play. I would say I get Herbert being in parlays. I mean, if you want to get like a little long shot, Hail Mary, whatever parlay. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I mean, obviously, I think Herbert's in everyone's parlay there. I feel like this is going to be his. If you want to sprinkle on Herbert inside the distance, that'd be good. Or if you, for some reason, just feel like, I don't know, maybe you don't trust Herbert. I think fight doesn't go distance. Could be a good one too. But like I said, I mean, this is going to be a good one. I could see it going back and forth. I mean, I think it'll go at least to round 2. Come on. I think that over 1.5 could hit. But yeah, Herbert inside distance if you want to sprinkle on that. But I think Herbert as a parlay piece, hey, I ain't mad at it. Moikaev versus Johnson. I mean, look at that. Moikaev minus 550. Johnson was fired up at those weigh-ins, man. He's plus 400 underdog. I mean, look, we all know Moikaev. Like when he made his debut in the UFC, I was like, I liked him. I had a little small bet on that, I believe. And he was a part of the parlay leg, I believe. And yeah, I mean, he's legit. He's a real deal. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to, it's tough when you have these minus 550 favorites. You want to see them more in the UFC. You want to see them kind of get their. I mean, he made his first. I mean, he's good. The first fight in the UFC didn't have those big jitters. He performed as we thought he would. I think. I'm not, like I said. I get it. I get Moikaev being a parlay piece, but Moikaev. I mean, I'm not. I mean, yeah, like I said, I get it. I mean, if you want to sprinkle on Johnson, as dog, I'm not too keen on that. Could happen. I mean, I guess Moikaev, like I said, is just we want to see him in the UFC a little longer. After a couple more fights. But I think he's legit skill-wise. He's good. He has some holes. Sometimes he can get a little crazy. But I mean, look, the wrestling's there. I mean, he's gonna work in the striking as well. He's good. He's fine putting on the pace on you for all 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Parlay piece, sure. He's not a part of my parlay piece though. Not the fish and chips parlay piece. I said that's what I mean. But yeah, I mean, it's a good one to put in a little parlay. I don't mind it. Amir Khani versus Pierce. Really, it's gonna be a fun one, man. I've been really. Amir Khan as a dog, it's great. I mean, look, can he get it again? Can he, again, fighting in London, can he get the upset? It's interesting as an underdog. I mean, like I said, Amir Khan by sub, that's live, man. I mean, Amir Khan, it's interesting because he's actually the reason why the Anaconda choke became pretty much my favorite submission to see. Shit, I mean, I don't know if I would try it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if next time wrestling with my friend or something. I don't even know. I mean, I don't do that, right? Like, you're just kind of in your room. Maybe you're trying by yourself, just picturing it. Like I said, I'm not trying to make myself seem like I'm some kind of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt or some shit. No, I'm not at all. But not. That's just like, what the hell? I'm gonna say stuff I'm gonna regret. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of like freaking out over here. I'm trying to like debating if I should sleep, debating what should I do. I'm gonna try to get some sleep before I wake up in the middle of the night to watch this, guys. Pierce, I get it. Minus 180 favorite. I get it, But Amir Khani, I mean, hey, Amir Khani by sub. That's worth a sprinkle, man. That is worth a sprinkle. That's all I'm going to say. Go back and rewatch it. I know I'm not breaking these down so detailed, but we all know now. The card's going to start in a number of hours, right, later today. For you guys in America or, in England, whatever, man. You guys are lucky. But, yeah, I mean, Amir Khani by sub, great stuff, man. I mean, just got to be worried about that gas tank, as it always is an issue if he goes past it. But if Pierce can survive that and not get subbed, I mean, maybe he can, win a decision over him in later rounds. But, yeah, I think that's nice. Worth the sprinkle, Amir Khani by sub. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I think that's nice. Why not? Boom, here we go. Here's the first part of that fish and chips parlay I put on Instagram. I think if you want to take that, is by the way, it's like, yeah, if you look at a plus 454 parlay right there, 6 legs. So Wood is the beginning of it. Wood, I mean, look at it's minus 625. It was like minus 575 when I had that on my Instagram. But like, yeah, I guess Rosa. I mean, we get it, dude. Wood, hometown boy, he's just better. Rosa, like I like Rosa, but he's durable. He's got cardio, but like it's interesting because he comes from a boxing background, but likes to try to use kicks and he'll throw some like spinning stuff. But he's just. And has obviously the ground game as well. He has like subs. I like Rosa but this is just a bad matchup. I think like Wood, he cracks, man. He cracks. I mean, like maybe if Rosa minds his P's and Q's, even then though, I mean, it's like Rosa's not gonna. Maybe if he tries to submit him, I don't really see that happening. If Rosa tries to, gets to a decision, unless he's just really dominant every single round, which I don't think he will be. Then I guess maybe it goes the distance and Rosa loses the decision. I just don't see how. I mean, I get it. That being said, look, I mean, it's just tempting as a dog, It's not a bad fight or anything. It's just that the danger factor, I mean, it's with Wood, really, right? Let's go here. Diakese, boom. That's the second leg of that fish and chips parlay. It's like I said, it's a chalky parlay. It's nothing like, it's nothing, it's not like I have some crazy ass hot take. I mean, look, it's a lot of favorites, money line, it's like who are most likely to get it. It's just like a long shot one, something to sprinkle on, whatever. Put a unit on it if you want. But yeah, Diakese versus, Hadzovic, I mean, Hadzovic's not a bad fighter. You go watch his stuff, he comes to bang. But, like, Diakase, like, his Muay Thai there. And, again, hometown as well. I mean, I think if this goes to decision, I think he'll be outlining. He'll get the crowd with him. They'll get a lot of shouting for the crowd. I think it's a good parlay piece. Minus 420. At the time when I had that parlay out, though, he was minus 360. So, it is what it is. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Little parlay piece there, man. Boom. And we got the third leg here. Yep, it is Jones versus Klein. And I like Klein, man. I mean, it was minus 400. Jones was a minus 3. Yeah, he was actually he's still minus 400. Okay, but yeah, Jones. I've been high on this guy. I like him as a fighter. He's a good fighter, man. We're gonna team off him as well. I think he's got the wrestling there. He's got the strikes. I like what I see. If you go back and look at his stuff before he was in UFC as well, I like it. Klein, I like as well too. I mean, he's good. He sometimes has some off performances, but yeah, I really like his. I mean, he's proved himself. He's a good fighter. This is close, so it is what it is. I'm not saying Jones is gonna run right through him, but I feel like it's gonna be back and forth. It's a banger. I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Get Jones on there as a parlay piece. Chalky, but hey, it is what it is. If I don't know. I mean, Klein, as if you want to hedge, if you broke up that fish and chips parlay, if you have a own little parlay, maybe you had Jones versus Klein. You want, if it's going well until this Jones versus Klein fight, maybe you want to hedge on Klein because I think he's a good fighter. But yeah, I mean, I think overall advantage I have to give to maybe Jones. I think Jones should make it an MMA fight. Don't just try to strike with him only, because if it's just a striking kickboxing match, I mean, it should be closer. But I think Jones can, he can use his developing ground game, and I hope that edge it out. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I could see Jones getting a decision win over Klein here. Yeah, man. Paul Craig versus Ozdemir. What a banger, dude! And it's interesting because like a lot of people online are like really high on Craig. Because look, every time he's an underdog, he wins. But I mean, the odds reflect obviously Ozdemir is the. I mean, look, he's the minus 150 favorite, plus 125 here. I don't have this on a parlay leg, but I mean, yeah, man, Ozdemir. That was another one too, man. You gotta be careful. I think like Ozdemir, I'm not too confident putting him in a parlay. I mean, I think Carl Craig, big dude. I mean, striking wise, I mean, look, and the numbers don't lie. Obviously, I mean, look at significant strikes. like almost twice the amount of Craig. Ozdemir is just like, if it's just kickboxing, Ozdemir should get it. He's got the power. We all know, no time there. And Paul Craig's a little awkward, but he's a big dude. He comes to brawl. He's going to be there. He doesn't mind because he can get a little sloppy. He knows he can get in the guard. And Ozdemir, like I said, it's a clear advantage. Greg has it's interesting. It's just a really interesting MMA matchup. Ozdemir obviously has the striking advantage, and Craig has the ground game advantage. So, like I said, sprinkle on Craig by sub. Why not? I think that's awesome. But I think that's more of a popcorn fight for me. But like I said, sprinkle on Craig by sub. McCann, boom, here we go. He's the next parlay leg right there. And, just, chalky women's MMA, just don't like it. She was like, minus 410 here. Yeah, now it's minus 440. Depends on your book. I don't know. Good Goldie. Just not super impressed by her. She got like a sub, but most of the time it's going to be a decision. And even McCann herself, like she got that spinning back elbow, win in her, maybe she'll try to go for it again, but most of the time it's going to win a decision, It's going to be a nice little banger there, but I think, McCann have the crowd on her side. I think I could see this actually going the overs. Hitting over 1.5. Who knows? Maybe she gets a finish, but I doubt it. It's just, I could see McCann winning. It's a parlay leg there. Chalky stuff, man. I don't really like doing heavy fights in women's MMA, especially, or even like heavyweights. Those are just it's kind of like a rule of thumb. But hey, it's nice for a little Hail Mary. Like I said, I think it's fine. I get it. If you want to leave her out, that's fine. I think the over 1.5 could hit for this. So that's an alternative for you if you want to be safer. But hey, Krylov versus Gustafsson, that's gonna be a fun one, dude. I don't know, Gustafsson has been a long layoff. It's nice to see him back at light heavyweight where he should be, not really a legit heavyweight. He can go up to heavyweight, so it's fine. But it's just like, he's just essentially, it's like light heavyweight. Him there, it's like more an in shape, heavyweight basically, right? A lighter in shape heavyweight. Anyway, Krylov, it's gonna be good stuff. I can see why Krylov is the minus 210 favorite, obviously. I'm not really betting this, but Gustafsson, I can see some people putting on the underdog. I would say that's just more like a fun bet. I wouldn't say I wouldn't be really confident. I wouldn't put over unit on it really. It's good stuff. We all like Gustafsson. It's just it's time's kind of time is undefeated, man. Unless you're like Glover, Teixeira. But I feel like I just feel like. I don't know. I can see Krylov's a favorite here, guys. It makes sense. I'm not really too big on it. If you want to get Gustafsson as a parlay, just as looking for a dog, I think that's fine. But lay off 2 years out, and I don't know, tough stuff. Big guy. Hopefully, we see a vintage Gustafsson come out. Makes a fun fight. But not too hard on, too heavy on it. Like I said, 1 unit max maybe on that. Pimblett versus Leavitt. Here we go. The next second to last one right here. Boom. The fifth leg of the fish and chips parlay. Pimblett, of course, everyone, their brothers doing it, and it's nice because at least it's not super chalky. Minus 270. Yeah, he's minus 260 when I get it, but now he's minus 270, I guess. But against Leavitt, it's really interesting. As we all know the build up. What needs to be said about this? It's just look. I was breaking down and Leavitt. We know it's gonna be battle of the cringe over here. People are talking about teabagging, Leavitt talking about twerking on him. Look, Leavitt And Pimblett looks so much bigger than him too. Leavitt is going to have a little trouble in the grappling. Leavitt wants to kind of get you down. He'll slam you down. I'd like to see that. It'd be interesting if he got that. Try to slam when Pimblett goes into his guard, or whatever. But I'm not quite sure if a sub's going to happen here. I can actually see the over 1.5 going just because Pimblett is a little bit not tentative, but he kind of tries to read. He's a little more cautious in the beginning, then he'll start to let his hands go, get a little bit wild in there. It's chin up in the air, but at least trying to throw and land. He's willing to kind of test his chin to at least land something on you. His striking's been improving, but both guys' bread and butter are going to be the grappling. Leavitt wants to kind of get your back, kind of get on you, maybe slam you to the ground, get something like that. Sneaky submissions as well, he'll use a lot of kicks again there, but if it's standing, Pimblett should have the advantage just because of the power and having the crowd on the side and just being in that flow state, I guess if you can call it like that. You can see he goes with bad intentions more. And Leavitt just kind of throwing kicks, trying to get out there, get a little funky until he gets to the ground somehow. But like I said, I could see starts round 2 going. I could see over 1.5 going. If you want to do Pimblett inside the distance, it's fine. But I don't know, maybe fight doesn't go distance. Some people are saying that, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. With both guys, having the BJJ background, I think we could see some awkward kickboxing at least the first round. So. Yeah, but Pimblett, chalky, but not the worst odds. I think, that's why it's everyone's parlay piece. Why not, right? Why not, dude? Fish and chips parlay. Let's go. Boom. Hermanson versus Kerr is going to be a fun one, man. Oh, man. Hermanson, too. Speaking of another one, too. Sprinkle on sub here. I think Hermansson sprinkle that by sub if you want. I get it. And look at that. It's interesting. Minus 110. It's been even the whole time. Just because, Hermansson, he's going to have a lot of support in the crowd. And Curtis, he's no joke, man. Curtis is good. I mean, he was kind of getting his butt kicked by Phil Hawes until he landed that nice KO shot. But I mean, it can happen. When Curtis sees you, he can do it. He just needs to land one thing, and he has power. When he sees that land one thing, he'll go for the kill. So Hermansson really needs to. The Joker needs to take care of that, man, because yeah, like I said, it's a strike. If it stays striking, Curtis should have the advantage, even though Hermansson's bigger. But I think Hermansson could use his size. Try to, if he gets to the ground, use some grappling. But Curtis, I don't think he's going to be so easily taken down. I mean, I get it. Part of me kind of wants to, I don't know, sprinkle on sub just for fun. Just sprinkle like half a unit or something on Hermansson by sub just for the hell of it. But I get it. Curtis, I mean, I get why he's a favorite here. I mean, just if it stays striking, man. And he's no joke. He's been there. He's seen it, done it. So, I mean, who do I think is more likely to win? I think Curtis. But I think, I think just for fun, sprinkle on Hermansson by sub if you want to have fun. And now we're at the main card. Finally, boom, the last leg of the fish and chips. Of course, it's got to be Aspinall, right? Blaydes is going to be a fun one, though, man. I mean, and he was minus 140. Now he's minus 150 here. But, yeah. Good stuff. I mean, Aspinall, it's just hard to see him. He's got a nice submission game. He's got the hands. If it stays standing, but Blaydes, like he says, he has power. But it's tough, man. It's an interesting matchup, though. I mean, it's dangerous. In Aspinall, I remember in a previous interview about a while back, he was saying like his worst, his toughest matchup would probably be Blaydes. I mean, look, he's got the wrestling, he's got the power in the hands, and it's just. It's a close one. It's a good one. It's gonna be a really fun one, man. I gotta go with Aspinall here. The hometown advantage is just, he seems really confident. And I think if it stays standing, if he can keep it standing, I mean, I think I have to give him the advantage there. But Blaydes can crack, man. Blaydes can crack. So I mean, Aspinall can use minds, P's, and Q's. But yeah, I think I think it'll go back and forth. So it'd be really interesting if Blaydes got the upset here. Wow, man, it'd be crazy. It's a dangerous matchup for both. I mean, like I said, Aspinall minus P's and Q's, but the pick and the little bet here is Aspinall. So good luck, guys. That's it. Like and subscribe. Please. Sorry for the format. I'll probably stream a little later. I'm gonna stay up. And for all of you out there staying up, boom. I don't know how you guys do it. You Brits get a nice experience now. Finally getting to watch it. But yeah, that's not here or there. No more long video. Peace out. Let me know if you agree, disagree, whatever. Like, sub. Follow me on Instagram, all the good stuff.